Yeah. Under the fucking car again. Well, I don't think I've got to worry about the fucking underneath of this thing rusting, because it is covered in oil. Show you, hang on. There we go. Go around. You see the back of the sump just there. Dripping off that. Everything from there back pretty much has just been covered in a fine mist. So I don't know if my rear mains are leaking again, or if it's just, oh yeah, nice, or if it's just if it's just all the out of the sump gasket that's leaking. I can see it's where it's coming from at the side, the back. There's a couple of places. There's also a leak out of the rocker cover now. So I'm going to fit the bunger into the exhaust. That creates a vacuum in the sump and hopefully shuts down the leak, because it's constantly drawing in, like constantly keeps the sump under a vacuum, so oil doesn't come out, only air comes in, which could be bad as well, but fuck me, what are you going to do? So in order to fix the leak, I'm going to fix the exhaust. I'm going to fix the exhaust anyway. Oh shit, let's do that. There we go. Fucking that. There we go. So I need to change this piece here. I've had a look. It's actually just way too close here. You can see where it's bashing on it. I don't know if that's going to work, but it's hitting on this bit of webbing. So if I take this piece, just cut it free, I'll shorten it a tiny bit. I don't need to shorten it a lot, because the hump is actually pretty much in the perfect spot, but it does need to be rotated like around that way. So I can cut that off and just rotate it that way. That'll stand that up more and move that piece away from the webbing and over to the where it's over just the axle tube. Then it'll be just over this bit. See, it's sort of too far in. It needs to be that way. Actually, maybe I can cut a wedge in it and shift the whole thing. Yeah, I might just do that. I might just chop a wedge in this, like not even, just cut a wedge and do that with it. Shift it across. You can do that pretty easy down here. Cut that, just cut a slot, or cut one side and shift it. How long's it need? So it only needs bloody 5 or 10 mil. And then that whole thing can go, and then I'm also going to change this whole tailpipe to poke out the side, just there where my plug is pointing. It's going to come straight out behind there and just out there, because that's cool as fuck. Do some mounts. I've got mounts that I bought that I haven't put on yet, just so it moves quite a bit, and that means that it's bouncing around, and I think the actual main noise is the diff hitting it. But if I can stop that, then, you know. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Okay, so welded some 25 or 50 I had left over, just a bit of scrap. I don't give a shit how it looks. Welded it onto the old mount, and I used, I saw these little D-shaped rubber bushes, and I was like, oh, they look a lot like panhard rod bushes. And sure enough, Honda Civic, like EK I think it is, or E something, I can't remember. Yeah, Honda Civic rear panhard rod bushes, stabilizer bar, sorry, rear stabilizer bar bushes. So chose them in 12 mil, and yeah, little clamp, and that's it. And the best bit about this is that's like, it's still got a wiggle room to allow for vibration and expansion, but it's not gonna ever vibrate up to hit the floor, which is the problem I was getting before. So pretty happy with that. Looks a bit shit, but don't give a fuck. No one's ever going to see it, and it'll be covered in oil soon enough anyway. Alright, that's enough for today. Tomorrow's another day. I'll do Probably do the back end tomorrow. You can see now I've got plenty of clearance to the webbing. Much happier with that. I ended up chopping it here and welding it. You can see the shitty welds, but again, don't give a fuck. It's going to do the job. Bye. Okay, after much fucking around, I'm now up and over the diff and poked out the side. So everything's a lot closer to the floor. I've got heaps more space here, and I'm across this way more now in the front there, which means I'm away from the bit that where it was hitting on. You can actually see, I don't know if you're able to see this, actually see the mark on the flange where it was hitting. So the webbing of the diff just there was hitting on that flange, so that moved it across. And the only bit of clearance issue I've really got is back here, but I mean I can get a finger between it, so I think there's plenty. This one here is tight too, but again, slide my middle finger, my rude finger goes between that one just here, and it was a little bit tight at the back over here. That one's maybe not a pinky, not even a pinky, might be, but I mean it doesn't move because I've used these. So all I did was, again, Honda Civic rear sway bar bush, and just made a little saddle for it and put her in with a couple of spacers, a couple of bloody M8s, a couple of M8 nutserts up through the chassis rail. Makes it happy. It's good. So there's one support here, there's one in front of the muffler down there. You can just see it, which means all that's supported. So go for a drive and see if it makes a clunky boy. Right, here's the big test. About to hit the speed hump around near my house. Always makes a clunk. I'm not going to hit it with a bit too much speed. Oh yes! Fuck yeah! Woohoo! Mint. I might actually put the tailgate up for a bit too. No more clunk from the exhaust. I can hear a ping from the front springs. I might just check all my bolts and everything and just make sure something's not loose, but I think it's just the spring settling, because the front left one's like, because I cut them, it's a bit weird. But yeah, alright, gonna put the tailgate up, see if I get gassed. Definitely still a bit. Definitely still a little bit, but that's kind of to be expected. Just keep trying. It was always going to be a little bit. It's definitely better. No worries. Issue solved.